welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Pokemon, the podcast where we talk everything and anything Pokemon. And we're going to keep this episode short and sweet. We're going to get straight to the point on this one. There are four major things we're going to talk about. The first one being the new drops that have happened on the Pokemon Center website. The second one, we're going to talk about some music that Pokemon has introduced us to, some new songs, some new albums, kind of, sort of. And then we're going to go transition into some Pokemon Masters news, and then end it off with, of course, the newly presented or announced Pokemon Presents that is going to be coming up, and maybe do a little bit of speculative talk there, but not too much, because we don't want to get our hopes up, maybe, at least not act like the internet, because the internet tends to want to get their hopes up, and, well, you know how things go. But yeah, we're going to just kind of keep, like I said, just keep it straight to the point here. I'm not going to hold you guys any longer than I have to. Plus, it's just been a really busy week for me. There's really nothing, though, going on in the other realms of Pokemon. There hasn't been anything really new with Pokemon Unite. No new announcement of characters or no new, updates or anything like that. We're still waiting for the Blastoise release. There's been some data mines or some leaks, possibly, of some new characters, but I don't really want to get into that. I'm not a big fan of leaks or whatnot. And then when it comes to Pokemon Go, we just got Eevee Community Day going on right now, which, by the way, the one thing I will say about Pokemon Go Community Day for Eevee, like, it's kind of reassuring that if you buy the $1 research, it has you catch, like, all the evolutions. So if you haven't, like, tried to evolve an Eevee into Sylveon, and you kind of don't want to go through the buddy system way, because you're just very dedicated and making sure you reach best friends with your one buddy right now, you can catch a Sylveon to add it to your Pokedex, which is what I did today, which was kind of nice. So I really like the research. It was just nice to have to be able to catch them instead of rely on evolving them. Because the other issue, too, is that the Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon, it's like a random assortment. Like, you don't know which one you're going to get. And unfortunately, because some of the tasks had me evolve Eevees, I had like 4 or 5 Flareons in a row, and it was just awful. So I'm glad that I was just able to catch the Pokemon. Let's see, Pokemon Cafe, nothing really new there yet. So it's just nothing else big. The only thing, and if you're following up to date with Pokemon competitive side of things, you'll know that there's an invitational happening right now this weekend with the TCG and the VGC, and they're giving away like free stuff. There's like a free secret rare quick ball in the TCG with a particular code. You can go on the Pokemon website or go on PKMNcast social media and look for that code there. And then they're also giving away a copy. I don't know if copy is the right word, but they're distributing Wolf Glick's Colossal competitive Pokemon through Sword and Shield, so you can get that too. And yeah, so yeah, that's kind of the short and sweet part of like the minor stuff happening right now. So let's get on to the major stuff. The first thing, like I said, will be PokemonCenter.com website. We did get some new merch, kind of some weird, like, I don't know how to describe these drops. So we were waiting for the Marnie Premium Collection last time, hoping that it would drop, and the Trainer's Toolkit also was supposed to drop. They're there now. They're on the Pokemon Center website under new releases, except, of course, the Marnie Premium Tournament Collection, that's sold out. But the weird thing is, it didn't happen in its usual time frame, from like the 11 to 4 Eastern Standard Time frame. It didn't drop then. It dropped, like, I guess, overnight. Because I think the last time I checked Pokemon Center website, it was like 11:30 or something like that at night, and then I checked it again in the morning, and then it was there, but it was sold out, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just there, and it just haven't like made it active. This whole week has not been available, and it's just I am led to believe it was put up for sale and it just sold out, because the Trainer's Toolkit is up, that's there, and it's still available. So you can still order a Trainer's Toolkit, but not the Marnie, which is very, very, very sad. I really wanted to get a Marnie, but Alas, we're just going to have to resort to looking for it in stores. Knock on wood that we find one. Um, I can't recall if I already mentioned that the Hoenn First Partner Packs are up. I think I did. And I don't remember the last episode I mentioned that the Calyrex V boxes are up. So there's the Ice Rider and there's the Shadow Rider. And kind of surprisingly, they are still available. So you can still order them on Pokemon Center website. So grab yourself a couple boxes and that trainer's toolkit and you'll be set to go. And in addition to that, shortly after, they put up some jewelry, actually a lot of jewelry. The first set of jewelry here, though, are 18 karat gold necklaces, charms, and if I pronounce this correctly, a brooch, or what I like to call a fairly decent sized pin. It's just the Pokemon, or it's just the Pikachu 25th silhouette logo. Just as, like I said, charm, brooch, and necklace. There's not much else to say about that. The cheeks are 2 and 5. They look nice. I think the brooch would look nice if you're like wearing a suit, very professional. I would assume that the casters for Pokemon would probably get one. I think it would just really look nice on a sports jacket or something like that. So, if keep in mind though, these are expensive. The charm is $100, the necklace is $160, and the brooch is $200. So you're paying a pretty penny for these, but I think they would be worth it. I mean, I'm not really into jewelry, so I don't really know how pricing works for that. But they look nice. Like, they don't look, terrible in any way. They're pretty simple, clean, and professional looking. The other jewelry, though, that dropped, we did get the Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip charms. So kind of almost getting to the end here as far as the starters go. There's also a Master Ball charm that's available. We also have an Espeon charm. It's just the head of Espeon. And it's got like a little thing attached to it that has a purple crystal from what it looks like. There's a Yamper charm, a Snorlax charm, an Umbreon charm, of course, because you can't have Espeon without Umbreon. Although the first wave of skateboards had Umbreon? It had one of the evolutions. It was just weird that they never did the other one. Eevee charm, I think if I didn't say that yet. And then there's a Pikachu charm as well. So more charms to add to your bracelets or anklets or whatever it is that you use. And then there was a new shirt that's put up. It's kind of a cool looking shirt. It is a tropical party shirt. It's got Slowpoke, Alolan Executor, Psyduck, Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. Basically anything that you would think have kind of like a beach party theme to it. It's on there. It's kind of like a button-down shirt. So it probably is one of those like very comfy, very breezy type of shirt. I'm trying to look here for what the fabric. It's made out of, it's 100% rayon? I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. But it looks like it's very lightweight. So it might be worth getting. It is $50. So I would assume good quality. But it's worth checking out. I think the design is really, really cool. That alone is kind of worth getting. So now that I'm looking at it though, I might just pick it up myself. Is that a Ho-Oh in the corner? Oh man, see, no, that's a Dragonite. I think it would have been cool if it was a Ho. But no, that is a Dragonite in the top right corner. But it looks cool. I think it's worth picking up if you're really into collecting shirts and whatnot. And then I saved the best for last, because I don't know how you can top this. We've had already in this past several months many life-size Pokemon plushes, right? You had the Furret. You had, well, I don't know. You can't really count Lapras as life-size, but it was big. You had the Appleton. You had the Slowpoke. And this may not necessarily be life-size, but it might as well be. We have a Piplup plush that is available on Pokemon Center, and it is 31 inches tall. 31 inches. We're talking, 3 feet? Almost 3 feet tall of Piplup. And it is just giant, comfy, soft-looking thing, and it is adorable, and I wish I had the $350 to buy it. That's the only thing that's stopping me from getting this giant Piplup, is that it's $350. but it does look awesome. I mean, if you're a huge Piplup fan, I don't understand why you want to get this, or even a water Pokemon fan. Of course, if you have the money to spare, like $350 is not exactly asking for your going through your piggy bank or something like that. No, 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 no. That's quite an investment. So I don't know, credit card if you think it's worth it. But it is pretty cool. It's got a huge head, and it's cute. It's just very, very cute. There's another picture on here that has him next to like a Pikachu and then like a Snom plush. Yeah, I think it's worth getting if you got the money for it. It's very, very cool. And that's it as far as Pokemon Center. I'm sure we'll get some more updates throughout the week, but it's kind of quiet right now. I have this strange feeling that they're going to start putting up pre-orders for Pokemon celebrations. I don't know what it is. It could be that, the Pokemon Twitter handle, the Pokemon Twitter page is tweeting out a lot of like Pokemon celebration products. Like they've been showing what some of the collection boxes look like. So it just kind of makes me wonder if like they're promoting it this early. They're probably getting ready to put it up for pre-order. That's just my guess. I don't know. So I'm going to definitely have to be more watchful when it comes to that. All right, let's talk a little bit about some music. Because we all know how great the Pokemon 25th anniversary music stuff has been. Or, okay, at least in my personal opinion, it hasn't been that bad. It's been kind of weird with like some of the announcements and some of the artists that we're kind of getting. Because it's coming kind of random, right? We knew Post Malone and Katy Perry like very early, and we got their stuff. But then they announced J Balvin, and we haven't gotten anything from him yet. But I guess the next person after Katy Perry was Mabel, which was a UK pop artist. Well, we still don't have anything from J Balvin. But Pokemon has released 2 EPs, and to be honest with you, I don't exactly know what EP stands for. I feel like it depends on the context. Here, I'm just going to think like electronic play or electric play or extended play, or I don't know. But they're basically digital albums. And they released they released one of them, which is the Red EP. And yes, spoiler alert, there is going to be a Blue EP. But the Red EP features 3 songs, 2 of them which are brand new that we have not yet heard until these were released. The one song that we're familiar with is Mabel's song Take It Home. The other 2 are from artists that I'm not personally familiar with, but I believe their names are around out there. Vince Staples and Sin. Now, Vince Staples did a song called Got 'Em, and it does actually have Pokemon directly mentioned in the song. Although I'm not a big fan of this type of music, it took me a little while to get used to it, and I don't really know if I understand the lyrics all that quite clearly. This is, out of all the music so far, this is probably my least favorite one. But it's not like it's terrible, I guess. I don't know. I don't know Vince Staples and his music, so I can't really judge it that harshly. But I guess I could just say it's okay. Then we got Sin, like I mentioned already, who sings a song called Wonderful. It's apparently a song that celebrates friendship and the joy of being alive. And it's a nice song. I don't know if there's a direct link to Pokemon, like with Katy Perry's Electric. I can argue that. Post Malone's probably not so much, but I think it's just like a cool cover. Mabel's Take It Home, I can kind of make that connection there. Sin, I have yet to make that call. Like it's nice sounding, and it's easy to kind of hear the lyrics, but it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel Pokemon to me. I might have to listen to it a few more times just to kind of make sure I truly get it. But if you're a fan of Sin, you'll probably like the song anyway. But that's it. Those are the only 3 tracks on the Red EP. And so, as I've already mentioned, of course they're going to do a Blue EP, right? What's Pokemon without 2 versions, and why not do Red and Blue? To make sure I make also, in addition to this, an additional note, the cover of the EPs It's just like the red or blue background, and then it's got the outline of Pikachu's tail on it, which is pretty cool. I kind of like it. The blue EP, though, not out yet, but it is going to come out later this month. The note here says, reflecting the long-standing tradition of a dual releases for the core Pokemon video game series, with each featuring nuanced differences from the other, and paying homage to the original Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue video games, Pokemon 25, the Blue EP, will follow later this month. It will feature remixes of the Red EP songs by Grammy-nominated recording artist Zhu. I don't know how to properly pronounce that, so I apologize. ZHU. I'm familiar with the name, and I'm sure he's been around a lot of stuff, and I think he's just done remixes of a lot of songs. So it kind of makes sense for him to do this one. But it seems strange that we have the Katy Perry stuff, and we have the Post Malone stuff, but they're not featured on either of these albums. And we're just gonna put 3 tracks on one of them, and then just remix them and make it a second album. It's very weird and confusing. And what's even, I guess, on top of that, more confusing for me is that they're just going to take these songs and put them in the big Pokemon 25th anniversary music compilation CD or whatever. So it's just like, I don't know. It's a lot, but at the same time, number of songs, not so much. So I don't know where they're going with their whole music direction here. I'm not necessarily hating it. I just want it to be more clear and consistent, I think. Otherwise, I think a lot of people are just kind of passing up on this whole music thing because it's very, I don't know, it's very hard to follow from just a casual player's point of view. Maybe. I don't know. That's just me kind of making these assumptions here. I'm looking forward to them regardless. I just kind of wish we knew the artist ahead of time, or, I don't know, maybe have songs that are a little bit more direct about being with Pokemon, because these last couple songs almost seems like they just were like, hey, you have freedom to do whatever you want, go for it, and that's it. And it's like, well, they kind of have to relate Pokemon in some way. I don't know, I kind of want to hear other people's opinions and thoughts on these songs and what they think about the whole 25th music celebration in general. If it's, you know, I guess easy to understand where they're going with this and how they're doing it or whatnot. Because I want it explained to me. It's just a little all over the place, in my opinion. But that's it when it comes to those two. When it comes to this news, I think if I read this part here at the bottom, the songs from the Red EP will appear on the upcoming P25 music compilation album, which will be released this autumn by Capitol Records as part of a massive year-long music campaign from the Pokemon Company International in partnership with Universal Music Group. Zhu's remixes will be included on the digital edition of the album. Oh, that's interesting. Vince Staples, Sin, and Zhu will take their place alongside fellow P25 artists Katy Perry, Post Malone, J Balvin, and Mabel. So is that it as far as I guess artists go? Because that would be a little, I don't know, that's a little sad. I would hope that they get more, but we're just gonna have to wait and see on this one. Because yeah, they haven't really given us any clear announcements about it. All right, let's transition now into a little bit of lighthearted stuff, some Pokemon Masters. Pokemon Masters came out with their road to the 2-year anniversary with this big event that it features, of course, Hop and Zamazenta, which we've kind of already just talked about, and they do give it to you once you complete the storyline. It's a very, very nice support Pokemon. It's got very high defense, but also acts as kind of a good striker because the attack stat is not terrible at all, so you could make it work either or in your favor, which if you're going to go sync grid style, like you can have one sync grid that's geared for Zamazenta to be an attacker, and a second sync grid that's geared for Zamazenta to be a support Pokemon. So I think it's really cool. It's versatile. I will warn you, straight off the bat, I had a 4-5 Zamazenta, no extra things put into yet, other than just him leveling up to 125. Doesn't really stand a chance against some of the event missions in that storyline. So just kind of be wary. But once you do give it the 5-star potentials, the custom ones that you can get through the event, it does become a pretty beefy Pokemon. So don't judge it right away if it's not working out for you. It's because it's definitely going to help out in the long run. But the big sync pair reveal on this one, which yes, I know was leaked out or data mined eons ago, but it was never officially announced until just recently, is Signa Suit Leon, who is actually paired with Eternatus. And so the story is about Eternatus kind of finding its way onto Pasio and not knowing what to do with its life because it needs Dynamax energy and it can't really find that on Pasio. And so we kind of follow that storyline, and in the end, spoilers of course, it is going to lead to Leon pairing with Eternatus, and you get a pretty interesting, like, I can see like the dragon-esque part to it and kind of like the sleekness to it. But it is a very interesting suit for Leon. But I think he pulls it off. And that is apparently a pretty powerful sync pair too. I have yet to pull it. I think I spent 6,000 gems because the event itself is very generous in like having you earn so many gems that you're able to do 2 multi-pulls, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I'm like 1,000 away more from doing another multi-pull. So I don't know if I'm going to just wait it out or invest some money into it, even though I wouldn't like to, so I can get the sync pair, because I think it's kind of worth getting. A lot of people are online, of course. Internet is speculating that there's going to be some pretty big sync pairs for the 2-year mark. I don't know how true that is, because Signa Suit Leon seems to be a pretty good champion there, but that's just my take. But otherwise, that's it in as far as Pokemon Masters go. Oh, and it does introduce the Dynamax attack, which is just like a little bonus attack you can do I think you don't even have to wait for your sync move for that one. But you can only use it the one time, and then you can't access it. And it has like a little tutorial mission that you can go through, so that way you can know what it's like to Dynamax a Pokemon and how to use it. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's other major events going on in Pokemon Masters. The other ones are kind of ending, and we're just focusing on the this particular storyline, which I think is called the Howling Shield of Eternity. And yeah, that's it as far as Pokemon Masters go. All right, let's end it with, of course, the big announcement that we just got recently. Pokemon Twitter page, of course, just kind of announced, just out of nowhere, that we're going to get a Pokemon Presents. It is going to be, let me read this whole thing in total. Pokemon Presents is back with exciting new information about Pokemon Legends, Arceus, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Pokemon Shining Pearl, and more. Tune in to the official Pokemon YouTube channel on August 18th, 2021 at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the latest details and updates. This information-packed presentation will be about 28 minutes long. After the event concludes, you can visit Pokemon.com for a roundup of the legendary, Brilliant, and Shining news. Okay, so August 18th, here in the U.S. is going to be on a Wednesday. So this is Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But the big thing is 28 minutes. I cannot recall the last time a Pokemon Presents or anything lasted 28 minutes, except for, of course, the conference that they held a couple years ago where they announced like Detective Pikachu 2 and the and Pokemon Sleep or whatever, which never came to fruition. I'm very shocked that it's going to be that long. Like, they could continue to show us more gameplay of the Shining Pearl, oh my gosh, I'm already forgetting it. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl remakes. But like they've been able to show us off gameplay and stuff in like 5-minute trailers. And then the Arceus, do they really want to reveal a lot more about the game before the remakes? Because I just feel like it would make more sense if we wait a little bit, like a month or two after the remakes to show off some of that stuff. So if we say best case scenario 10 minutes, like at this point I feel like if it's going to be this long, that's only going to be about those 2 games. Are they going to show us just walkthrough gameplay of one or the other? Like, there's a lot that you can speculate about this, And that's not good for the internet because the internet will go wild with it. Um, but I don't know like what else to expect. And maybe that's a good thing. Let's just not expect anything else. Let's just say, okay, they're going to show us the remakes. They're going to show us Arceus. We're going to get more details about them. Kind of get some nitty gritty stuff like is there inventory system? How good are some of the graphical updates? Like things like that. And then that's it. Like, let's not hope that there's like a one more news type of thing, like a hint or something towards like the next generation of Pokemon. Like, I don't think we need it this early. I just think they need to focus on these two particular games. Because if we give any more, if we tease any more, then people are going to forget about these. Right? That's what happens, right? We're kind of hyping up these games, but as soon as those games comes out, like people just go, okay, done, over with, got it. Now what's the next one? And then it just kind of makes the wait feel so much longer. So I would just prefer, like, they just kind of, like I said, show us the details and then leave it at that. 28 minutes. It's very exciting though. I'm gonna be at work, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch the whole thing. But I'm sure Twitter is gonna be all over it. Social media is gonna be all over it. Your content creators going to be all over it. Let's just kind of temper our expectations. Let's not get our hopes up too much. It is kind of weird, and I'm kind of like now being an oxymoron here. I'm going against what I just said. I just find it weird that they do mention explicitly Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and more. So if anything, the only thing that I would maybe expect or speculate is the connection between these two games. As far as, what if I do something in this game, do I get something in the other game or vice versa, right? Because these two games are coming out very close together, and it would only make sense for them to have some sort of compatibility, something that will, entice or incentivize people to buy both games. Otherwise, well, then, I don't know, players are kind of just like, well, I don't really like the remakes, so I'll just wait to Arceus. Or, I really love the remakes. I'm not a really big fan of Arceus, or I don't want to spend any more money because I already bought these games. I'm going to pass on Arceus. Like, Pokemon, I'm sure, has some sort of way of tying the two games, so that way you will feel like you need the other one to complete your journey, to complete your Pokedex maybe, or something like that. That's the only way that I kind of see this going. That would probably fill in the additional time towards the end of the presentation. That's like their one more thing, and then people will go crazy for the pre-orders. I mean, PokemonCenter.com, you can still pre-order the game. Amazon, the double pack, not pre-orderable. I think on Walmart or Best Buy or something like that, double pack is not pre-orderable. So if you want that double pack, get it from PokemonCenter.com. Plus, if you do, then you get all 3 starter plushie keychains, which I think that alone is kind of worth it. So just make sure you check that out as soon as you can if you are really excited about these games. All right, so that is it for all of the major news. Hopefully we can get kind of a little bit more content or more updates and stuff, especially for Unite. I would expect something for Unite sometime soon. But yeah, for next week's episode, hopefully we can have a meatier, beefier episode. But I haven't done a short episode in a long time, and it kind of feels a little refreshing, because I feel like in the other episodes, I just ramble on and on and on, like I kind of doing right now, and I don't know if I'm cutting enough of the episodes so that way you guys aren't too bored or whatnot. But without further ado, let's of course end this with the Pokedex trivia, where I read to you a Pokedex entry for a Pokemon that you have to guess. I will not tell you which Pokemon game the entry comes from, but I may give you a couple hints about the Pokemon so that you can make your guess and lock in your answer before I reveal it. So, if you're ready, I'll go ahead and read the Pokedex entry. It is a ruffian that uses its pincers to pick up and toss out other Pokemon from its pond. There probably is one keyword there that gave it away. It is a ruffian that uses its pincers to pick up and toss out other Pokemon from its pond. Alright, this Pokemon is a dual type. It has the hidden ability, Adaptability. The gender ratio, if you must know, is 50-50, so you can get either or. The Pokemon was first introduced in Gen 3, and it takes the previous evolution to evolve into this Pokemon at level 30. It is known as the Rogue Pokemon. Alright, you got your answer. Lock it in. Cross your fingers. Hope you get it right. It is none other than number 342, Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt is this episode's Pokemon. And, you know, it has taken me a while to warm up to Crawdaunt. I don't know what it is. I think because of my obsession now with Krabby and Kingler, I have now begun to love Corphish and Crawdaunt. And I think it's just my marine, I study marine biology, so maybe it's just that kind of bias finally kicking in and just be like, I love all marine Pokemon, which for the most part is true. I question love this, though. Anyway, Crawdaunt is a very cool Pokemon. I'm not too sure, though, about the starfish design on the top of its head. I think it's a little too, in your face. I think it could be a little bit more subtle. Otherwise, the general design of the Pokemon is pretty cool. I like the pincers. I like the way that its legs are set up. The eyes, the blue stripe underneath it. I think it is very well adapted drawing or creation of a crawfish into a Pokemon. So kudos to the creators of this Pokemon. Now, unfortunately, though, there's really not much trivia here. There's only one thing. So maybe I'll read Bulbapedia's origin story of Crawdaunt. The only trivia fact that they have here is that Crawdaunt is the only Pokemon with a catch rate of 155. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, I have no idea what that means. When I look up here on Bulbapedia, it says 30.2%. So that doesn't sound like a terrible catch rate, but I guess it was worth noting according to this. But Bulbapedia's origin story here says, Crawdaunt's name and appearance suggests that it is based on a red swamp crayfish, with its aggressive behavior reminiscent of the species' hardiness and status as an invasive species. However, its size and dark type may also suggest it is based on a larger, more powerful creature, such as the lobster. Crawdaunt's shell may be based on a Batesian mimicry in association with Sharpedo, as it resembles an open shark mouth with a star on the nose. How did I not see this before? Oh my goodness, there's a story there. This kind of makes it more exciting. Now I kind of like Crawdaunt and Sharpedo even more than I thought I could. Wow. Like I said, overall cool Pokemon. I love it. I wish I can catch it shiny. I look forward to Corphish in the game. And yeah, Crawdaunt, cool Pokemon, A+ in my book. Alright, that's pretty much it. I don't know how much really big news there's going to be next week. Pokemon Presents is probably going to be the only thing we're going to talk about for that entire episode. I don't see anything big for Go or for Masters even. We may get the 2-year anniversary announcement stuff, but it might be just a little too early for that. So yeah, I think Pokemon Presents is really going to take up the whole entire episode, which I'm really excited for, and I'm really excited to talk about it. So, let's patiently wait for that to come. Otherwise, thank you again, all of you, for your support. If you guys want to follow me, you can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at SpartanStrike07. If you want to reach out to me through email, give me some feedback, just want to talk and chill, maybe ask me some questions you want me to answer on the podcast, I can do that for you too. You can write to me at SpartanStrike07@gmail.com. And without further ado, have a great rest of your week. And I can't wait again till the next episode so we can continue talking about anything and everything Pokemon.